Hello, everybody. sPidA here, the Fight Card Podcast, coming to you from San Antonio, Texas. Once again, being joined by Peter Caballero, man, professional boxer, professional mixed martial artist, and professional at life, bro. Now, you picked up a last-minute fight, man. This is going to be for FURYFC69. It's fight week, basically, bro. You're coming off a boxing bout. Can you tell us a little bit about that, man?
Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks after my fight with Eric Shelton for Fury. After that win, I felt real good. It was a big win. And the way that we won too. So couple weeks after, my coach calls me and says, "Hey man, you wanna do a boxing fight?" I said, "Hell yeah." When is it? He goes, "Next week," and I said, "I'll be there." Tell him I'll be there. So I believe it was also a week too. It was like an actual week of when I took that fight too. So
Bro.
yeah, the guy was a veteran coming off of he was 6-2. Well, he's 7-2 now after he beat me, but he was coming off of like a three-year layoff or something. But I knew he was gonna be good and crafty. So, but I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to test myself and better myself. That's why I take these boxing fights to help me improve in MMA. It just adds to my battle time.
No, for sure, man, and that's one of the things. I mean, staying busy, of course. You're not sustaining any major injuries. I mean, I'm pretty sure you got a few bumps and bruises, but you're healthy though, right? I mean, going into this bout.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm always kind of sore or hurting in one area or another from training, or you know what I mean. But that's just part of the game. It's just about learning to block that out and keep pushing forward.
No doubt, man. And I gotta say this, bro, because I mean, I love interviewing you guys from Corpus, man. I mean, you guys always, like I keep saying, you guys show us the fight, man. And the last fight you had for Fury FC, you had a tough opponent. I mean, I know he stepped up a weight class to fight against you, but I mean, how were you towards that win, man? How did you feel about that fight?
It was a great win against a very very good opponent. Eric's a G. Like, he was probably the best polished fighter I've ever, striker or fighter that I've ever fought against, other than Adrian Yanez. But Eric was the fastest, most explosive, technical. Like, I knew whenever I think we got the call for Eric on 2 weeks notice,
Yeah.
because my previous opponent pulled out, and they were trying to find me somebody last minute, and I didn't think they were gonna find anybody. And my coach says, "Hey Pete, we got you a fight." I said, "Good," and he's all like, "It's Eric Shelton." And I didn't know who it was. It didn't his name didn't register right away. I just said, "Okay, cool, send it." And they're like, "All right." Well, then my manager's like, "Hey, we got you a fight." I said, "Yeah." I was like, "Badass, send it." And they're like, "Well, you want to know who it is?" I said, "It doesn't matter. Just say yes." I'm in. And that's like, "Yeah, it's a UFC, vet, Eric Shelton." And then I was like, "Oh, I know who this guy is now. He beat a lot of good guys, and I've seen him fight. Very, very good fighter. Technical, like I said, technical, explosive, fast, strong. He got the whole package." And him being a 25er, but like when he showed up on at 135 on fight day, he looked pretty stout. I was like, "Man, this dude looks good for a he looked filled out. Like, he didn't look like a 25er. He looked like a 35er. The only difference was I was taller, but I'm
Yeah.
usually taller than a lot of guys that I fight. But he looked the part, and he definitely felt the part too. So getting that win in the way that we did it, it was good. It was like my coach Pat said, like, he was like, everybody was like jumping for joy and this and that, and Pat was like, Pat's always there with me, so he knows what I'm capable of. Like he just looked at me, gave me a big hug, and said, "I'm not surprised, Pete. I'm not surprised. I knew this was gonna happen. I believed in you. I knew you were gonna win like this, and you proved it." So it only elevated my game and my confidence more, because he sees, him and all my other coaches, they see what I can't see. And
Right.
Pat's always there saying, "You can do more. This can be better, or you have more in the tank, Pete." Like, he sees what I don't see. And
Yeah.
it's people like that that are helping me, keep pushing my limits.
Oh no, for sure, man. And I mean, being a fighter, man. I mean, we had talked about the fact that you're doing this full time, and so of course you want to stay busy, right?
Well, yeah, I was doing it full time. I recently got a job probably about 2 months ago with
Oh,
Southeastern Freight Line driving a truck. So, I work 7:30 to 5:30 or 5:45 or 6 at that. And then I still make time to train. So like my workload has increased more, but my hours in the gym have only gone up. So the
nah,
fact that I'm working, 9, 10 hour days and I'm still able to put the output like I do in training. And like my job isn't just driving, like I have to unload freight, I have to, and I'm by
yeah,
myself. So like sometimes these packages can be like 600 pounds, 700 pounds, and it's just me and a pallet jack. And I
yeah.
got to figure out how to get off the truck sometimes. So like adding all this workload to my day and still training and still fighting on a regular basis has only elevated my game that much more because I proved to myself I can do more. I do have more.
No, man, and that's one of the things too, because I know a lot of pro fighters, man, that they're in the UFC and they do this full time, but they get bored and they're like, man, they go get jobs because they're like, shit, I can't train all freaking day, and so they're like, there's like you said, they're comfortable with the fact that they are at that level and with their mindset and training, and they don't mind putting in work and getting a job and staying busy, just to keep break the monogamy, I guess, But yeah, man. I mean, but you have been staying busy, bro. I mean, you're picking up boxing bouts. You're, of course, contract with FURYFC, and I mean, this bout coming up. I mean, it is fight week, like I mentioned. You fight Sunday. Is it going to be on the UFC Fight Pass portion of the fight?
Yes, it's gonna be on UFC Fight Pass, but I'm actually fighting Friday.
Is it Friday?
Yeah, it's a Friday. Yeah,
No.
that threw us off too. We thought we were fighting Sunday, and
Oh man.
my manager Roger was like, "Nah, Pete, you're fighting Friday," and I was like, "Whoa!" So I
Uh,
have I lost 2 days. Like it really threw me off because I'm used to fighting on Sunday,
yeah,
and
bro.
the water load and the cut and all that. Like, but you know what I mean? It's we're gonna get it done one way or another. So we're gonna make weight like usual and show up and give my
Get that.
very best. And that's the bottom line.
Okay, well, man, you see, and I saw the date, and they didn't even. I'm so used to them having that on Sunday, also. I just assumed, but yeah,
Me
man. So
too. Me too.
so you got five days. I mean, of course, weight cut, man. When does that start? Wednesday or already?
It actually started yesterday.
Okay, okay. And I mean,
Yeah.
when it comes to weight cut, man, I mean, you're a professional at this, man. I mean, of course, but I mean, what is it? What is the intake? Like, what is it that you have to do and not do to make weight?
So I'm a so I don't look like I weigh, but I walk around like 166 to 167. I mean, and like I feel like I've just recently grown into my body at 32 years. Feel like I finally got like my big boy strength and filling out more. So my body has definitely changed with the strength and conditioning that my coach Michael Barrera has me on, and he does my nutrition plan with my numbers, like how much intake I'm taking in every day, how much I'm supposed to be burning. Like he has it down to like he has it down to an art form to where he's so good at it. He knows what I should be waking up to come fight day. Like he has the numbers down great. But the so to make the weight cut, so this fight we got it at a catch weight of 140. Thank God. So
Wow.
so when it and I was at currently at 160 when they called me.
Oh,
So
okay, okay.
so in like a few days I was able to wake up at 155. That's when I
Okay.
started. That's when I started my weight cut. So I usually water load 5 days before. That's limited since this cut's a little closer. My protein is limited. I'm eating hardly any carbs. The only carbs I get are from like broccoli or my greens, and
Right.
then avocados. Half an avocado. That's what my body's running on right now. Is good good whole fats avocados. I have almonds here and there, but for the most part, it's I'll have distilled water.
Right.
I'll drink I'll drink so many per day, and then every day that comes closer is I drink less and less. and my body just keeps peeing. It just keeps flushing it out to where it's like you trick your body because you drink so much water, so your body's like, I gotta pee. But little by little, you're cutting back, and your body doesn't know it yet.
Oh, okay, gotcha, man. And you see, and even that itself is a science, man. I mean, you really gotta know your body at that point because I mean, it's like I know that what happened with the UFC, of course, Shimaev didn't make weight, man, was over by 8 pounds, and
Yeah.
some people say it was a conspiracy, but I mean, it can happen even at that level, man. So yeah, it's a science, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's if everybody just wants to train, but when it comes to like the diet or the nutrition or that's where that's where you find out who's a real professional or not. Thank God I haven't missed any weight cuts yet. I've come close to where I've had to take that extra hour but I always make weight. But it's truly being a professional when you're on your diet, when you're doing the right things when nobody's watching, like saying no to that cookie, or you're at
Oh
work
yeah.
and and when you're at work and they have like company appreciation day and they have tacos, or they have all types of good stuff. I have to say no, it's okay, because it's for the greater cause. I can
No,
enjoy tacos when I'm in my 60s or 70s.
no. There you go, man. But bro, like I mentioned, man, I mean, of course, you've been fighting for a minute, bro. Shelton actually had fought in Corpus years ago, man, for Rock's promotion. So I don't know if you guys maybe bump heads then. I mean, did you know the guy from back then?
No, I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, because he lived here in San Antonio for a while, man. He was training with Pete Spratt and the guys out there, and then he moved again. I think it's after during his UFC sprint, he moved to
Yeah.
Florida and still moving around. But yeah, man, he had fought in Corpus, man. Fought for Rock's promotion. So I was just curious. I was like, man, I wonder if maybe you guys talked back then or not, man. But
So I ran into him last year where we got to exchange some words. Um, it was during my last loss
okay.
last year, and I was warming up in so the day of the fight we'll wake up early. It's called a shakeout. Like we hit
Right.
pads, I get a good sweat in, just wake my body up in the morning of fight day. And he was in there running, and I was hitting pads and stuff, just doing my thing with my coach. And Eric was behind me. Like by then I already knew who he was because I recognized his face. But I was just hitting pads, and when I was done, I was walking out. Eric goes, "Damn, bro, you look good, man. You look sharp, man. Kill it tonight." That's the night that he fought. Is it Jacob Silva?
Yeah.
Is that his name, out of Houston? I think well, I know Eric won that fight, but I think that's who that guy's name is. Jacob Silva. That's the night that Eric beat Jacob. But yeah, he was all like, "Hey man, you look sharp, bro. You look good." And I was like, "I appreciate it, bro. Good luck to your fight as well." So it was all good vibes. So when I found out I was fighting Eric, I was like, "Hell yeah," because like I like that dude. Like
Yeah.
I've never had to fight somebody I dislike. Maybe I fought somebody that kind of annoyed me, or I didn't really like the way that he held himself. But as far as
Right.
disliking or hating anybody, I've never fought anybody that I hated. But the fact that I was fighting Eric, like I really like and respect that guy. Like he's a G. So like it made me want to fight him that much more. If that makes any sense. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I'd rather fight a friend than an enemy. It's kind of weird. But
No,
Eric was a G, so I was like, let's fucking do it. Like I'm fucking ready. Come on, baby.
man, well, that's cool that you guys got to experience that beforehand, man. But yeah, man, I mean, of course, in the fight game, especially here at regional, man, it's gonna happen from the amateur ranks all the way to the pros, where you might have to fight somebody that you train with or cross train with, or you know what I mean. So I mean, but it's all business, though. I mean, that's just why you guys do this. So I mean, has there ever been a fighter that maybe they threw at you and you were like, nah, I don't want to fight that guy, or
No, sir. I know a lot of fighters will say that, but but only they know deep inside. But I can tell you, man to man, I have never said no. I don't want to fight that guy. I have always
nice?
said yes, and I will always say yes. I've never turned down a fight in my. I've had, I think, over 20 fights already,
Yeah. Oh
and
yeah, bro.
I have never said no. I don't want to fight that guy. I usually say yes before I even know the name. I
Oh
always
man.
like, and that's exactly what happened with this fight. They said, "Hey Pete, you want to fight on a week notice?" I said, "Yes, hell yeah, I'll be there." I didn't ask his name. I didn't ask the record. I never asked those things because I feel like once you start asking, well, who am I fighting, or like, hey, what's his record? That's kind of like
I
I
doubt it.
could be wrong. Yeah, I could be wrong, but like for me, that's kind of like doubt. Like as warriors, we're supposed to be ready on our worst day.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
I don't know. I don't always win my fights, but I always show up.
no, definitely, bro. And I can vouch for that, man. I've seen you fight for throughout the years, man. And yeah, you guys always go out there, entertain, and it's fun to watch you compete, man. I mean, of course, you've had some tough losses, but you've had some great wins, man. So, come fight night, of course, now that I know it's gonna be Friday, man, I'm gonna be watching on the UFC portion. But man, I mean, sponsors, bro, who do you have helping you for this fight?
Oh, I always have my dear friend Lily with Real Sharp. Like she's her and her late husband Kevin have been there for years. Like I am truly blessed to have Lily in my life still, and she's not just a sponsor; she's a dear friend of mine. And then she also introduced me to the Good Time Ranch. Her friend, just like, and they showed up my last fight, and I got to meet them finally in person. Their whole family, and just real good, hardworking people. And the fact that they're all about the ranch life, and I myself, I consider myself somewhat of a cowboy. So I love to have that kind of support, and especially from like I live in a small city of Corpus, but all the surrounding areas, Orange Grove, Kingsville, Agua Dulce, I always run into somebody that has seen me fight or that knows me at these small
Nice.
places. Like I stop at gas or on the way to the ranch in Benavides, I'll stop at Gongositos, and they know who I am too, and they're like, hey, get with the chap. Or I love the fact that I have my support from the South Texas hardworking blue collar people. I have rocks, vitamins. They've been helping me so much for so many years. Um, my good friend Marcus, the commissioner, and Kingsville, he
Right.
owns a couple of businesses, and he's always been there supporting me, helping me. Like it's my buddy Justin that sold me my house, actually, my realtor. Like I have a lot of people supporting me, or that'll send me money, randomly. Like, hey Pete, here's travel money. Just I just love what you're doing. I love that you're chasing your dream. Like I just want to help a little bit, and it's those kind of things where I'm just like, wow, like
Yeah.
I definitely don't deserve this. Oh, and then my new sponsor, Let's Run It. My
Right.
manager Roger got me that one. Like I just have so many people that are just supporting me, and it makes me feel that much better because I come from a small town, small city, and the even smaller towns and cities around me know of me, or and that are always supporting me, and that are always like, hey, go get him, cowboy, or hey, cowboy, like when's your next fight? Like that truly brings a smile to my face.
No, no, for sure, man, because that's humbling support, man. That's from people that have seen you put in the time, have seen you grinding, and the fact that you're bringing pride back to your city, man. Because of course, I mean, like you said, I mean, Corpus Christi compared to San Antonio, I mean, it's a small city, man, and the small
Very,
towns around,
very, very.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
like very small. And like recently, my niece, I think she's like 10, she wore one of my fight shirts to her elementary school. And one of the little, and my mom told me that she told her, she's like, Grandma, I got in a fight with a kid because they said, hey, why are you wearing Peter's shirt? I guess the little kid told my niece that. And my niece said, well, that's my Uncle Pete. And the little kid was like, Peter's not your uncle. And that the teacher, their teacher, that she knows who I am too, and they watch me too. So it's crazy hearing like little kids that are like 8, 10 years old recognize my fight shirt and know who I am, and then that their teacher watches me fight also. She was like, yeah, I'm a big fan of your uncle. Like tell him to keep doing his thing. That kind of support is what means the world to me. Gives me not so much pride, but makes me work that much harder.
no, no, for sure, man. And I mean, and not to toot my own horn, bro, but over here, man, like there's a couple of taco trucks that know me, bro. So I'm a regular, man. So
Hell
I
yeah.
can feel that, bro.
Hell
but
yeah.
man, but man, I wish you the best of luck, man. I thank you for jumping on this and giving me a few minutes. But of course, come fight night, man. We're gonna be watching. We're gonna be supporting you, man, and we look forward to more from you, bro, in the future, of course. So thank you, bro.
Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it.
Not a problem, man. Everybody out there, of course, this is sPidA, the Fight Card Podcast. Tune in to the UFC Fight Pass for FURYFC69. Thank you, support. Until next time, follow up.
Yes, sir.